So we have Miss Kiera at In Mitchell Salon. She is a stylist here. So how long have you been a stylist?
I have been a stylist licensed since 2007.
Okay. So
been a
you
while.
seasoned. You an OG for real. She an OG for real.
Yep.
So what do you specialize in?
I think my strongest area is hair cutting. But I feel like I don't have like a niche thing.
You pretty much just a versatile.
Yes, a
overall
versatile.
Yeah, you're an old school stylist. So all the old school stylists, they pretty much can do it all.
I can do anything.
So since you've been in the game for a minute now, what would you think? Do you like how the industry has evolved? What are some of the pros and cons? Do you think since you've been in it for a hot little minute?
I like, well, the industry is always evolving, always growing. I feel like that's just part of being in the hair industry. It continues to grow, and you still have to be with the upkeep and still stay in tune. What I do like about it is that I would say the social media has helped a lot. As far as like getting clientele and everybody is starting to grow into their own thing, or probably like realizing, looking at themselves, what they can do better within themselves to grow. And I do like that because back in the day, before social media was out, we used to sit in the salons all day and wait on clients to come or try to put the footwork out there and try to get them to come in. But with social media being around, it kind of helped with that. What I don't like about the industry is, I would say, not working together with hairstylists, and I feel like everybody is separate and like because they like they own entity, they don't really think about the next person next to them. So now it's like, so I feel it could be like a gift and a curse with the social media. So if I have my own brand and a person next to me got their own brand, it's almost like competition because I want my brand to outlook your brand. I have got that out of the industry, or I have to be the person that teaches class and get my brand going, and not, or if this person putting themselves out there to teach, and then they not giving you like all the information. They give you like half the information.
Let's talk
because
about
they don't want their brand to be dimmy down. Like I stay on top. That's where I need to remain. And I think it's not even about competition. It's about all of us working together as one, giving I would say, the best customer service forward. Because I think that's what it all comes to at the end of the day, is providing our clients what they need.
So speaking about what you were saying about the people teaching the classes but not giving all the information because they want to stay on top. They want people to continue to seek them for the information as if they have the answer. And I see that happening a lot. And that's why I tell a lot of people, especially those who have taken my braiding class, like, oh, I wanted to such and such to teach me how to do this. Just because you know how to do something does not mean you have the ability to teach.
Yes.
That is a different type of anointing. That's a different type of walk. And when you're teaching, it literally has nothing to do with you.
No, I feel like teaching should come from the heart of you want to, again, working as a team, helping the next. I think the teaching and the classes started to be a hustle.
Especially after the pandemic, baby. Girl, let's talk about it. Talk about it. Because, honey, the ebooks and the webinars.
The webinars.
Man.
Yes. Or you took the class and you still need to like iterate after the class. There's no support after the class. It's like, I taught you this, you paid the money, and some people like for me in my instance, money don't come as quick. Well, it don't come as quick to a lot of people in our industry. You know, our industry can be up and down. But some people, it's hard to get that money to take that class because when you take a class, you thinking about you advancing, right? Or adding to your resume.
Investing. And
then so when you get back home and you're like, I just still need some questions. It's like, they not there to help you further from that. And it's like, I taught you that was it. Okay, whatever. I don't like that.
I definitely agree because I myself was, before I started the podcast, just sitting and pondering and stuff like that. And I had seen somebody, I'm not going to say the name of the platform, but basically they were doing exactly what I'm doing, and they were doing webinars. And it was like, they were like, okay, we're doing a $25 webinar class or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay whatever money. That wasn't the price, but I'm just throwing that out there. So I paid the money, and when I got in the webinar, I was like, you what? First of all, y'all talking about helping beauty service providers, and then you talking about finding your niche, your target audience. You're trying to teach someone how to find their target audience.
How do you do that through webinar? But okay.
The way it was not, remind you, I'm a real hairstylist. So what they were saying in the webinar, it was nothing. They were blowing BS. They were blowing BS, and because they know that beauty service providers they want to grow. You know what I'm saying? Especially the younger ones, and they know that, oh, this is a need. These people want to grow. I'ma just say, because I did hair a little bit, because I was a mediocre hairstylist. Hey, I did hair too, and this is what I did. No, you don't need to be trying to perfect your craft. You need to learn how to get the money from people. That's what you need to be focused on. And I was just like, oh no.
Yeah, because I almost feel like, okay, you getting this money from me, but it's not really helping me. Now,
yeah, and I was just like,
you made your money.
I said, yeah, let me hang up on you. Is what I said, because again, I'm like, wow. And there was a couple thousand people up in that webinar. So, and just to fast forward this a little bit, literally, I kid you not, like literally a couple days after that webinar, I was disappointed, because I'm like, there's people like me who's wanting to pay money to actually learn something, trying to grow, and here y'all are finessing the folks, telling people you about that life, you from this life, and you trying to teach people something when you really not. You don't have no information, no background, no foundation, no nothing, and then it's like giving us little crabbits, like, I'm just gonna give you this little information. And then at the end of the webinar, okay, in order for you to get everything, you got to pay this much. Well, you should have said that from the jump.
Or I can give you these vendors, and then don't even give us the right vendors.
Yeah, they happened to my best friend.
I can give you these vendors. Yes. They're not gonna give you the vendors they use.
They're not.
They're gonna
True tea, clock it. It happened to my best friend, a very popular hairstylist in Atlanta. Very popular. I'm sure all of us follow her.
Yes.
And she paid for her vendors list. And then when she got the vendors list, bought the samples from the vendors, and she was just like,
it's not working.
The math ain't mathing. This ain't looking like
that.
What you're promoting. And the girl told her, she said, oh, I don't sell that vendor. Why would I sell that? But you're promoting that you are. And you got to look at how they word what they're saying. She said, a vendor, some vendors, not my vendor.
Right.
Clock it.
Right. Clock that.
Girl, my best friend disputed that so fast. Yeah, you should.
Yes.
That girl,
So hairstylists prey on hairstylists. Hairstylists prey on hairstylists too.
They be playing with us.
It can be cutthroat too.
Very cutthroat.
Yes.
Like, baby, I'm trying to grow, and you playing with my money.
Mm-hmm.
Even students that take my braiding classes, I tell them, I'm not the type of person where you take my class and you can't reach out to me.
Yes.
Reach out to me.
Yeah.
Like, what? I was where you were without no help. When I came up, there was no classes. There was no YouTube University. There was nobody teaching nobody how to braid. All of this is straight off my dome. What God, you feel what I'm saying? Like, really navigating this thing all by myself. Okay? It wasn't no webinars, no ebooks, YouTube. It was none of that. That's why I feel like the community really needs to put some respect on us that really came up in that era, because we got it out the mud for real.
For real.
We got it out the mud for real. Y'all got it easy.
Foot on pavement.
The fact that
all they got to do is just look it up.
Click some type something in on TikTok. Easy access. How to do a knotless braid. How to add the hair into a boho. How do you do a finger wave? First of all, finger waves was taught in cosmetology school.
Yep. That's right.
Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Finger waves. How to put a relaxer on. It's
curls.
all at y'all fingertips. Pin curls. Baby, they ain't gotta go to cosmetology school to learn everything. It's all on TikTok. It's all on YouTube University.
Yep.
But baby, let that all be taken away.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna see how I feel to get out the mud for real.
Yeah.
And you ain't got no access to no mentor.
No
Ain't nobody truly being a real vessel and really putting out the right, correct information out there. Because a lot of folks y'all be following, they be false, giving y'all wrong information.
Half of the time they are popular because of social media, not because they are licensed or went to school for it.
And most of the ones that are popular are not licensed.
There's nothing wrong with being popular.
It's nothing wrong with it. And to me, it's nothing wrong with not having your license. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're professional, you do what you do, whatever. But when it comes down to it, like, let me be quiet.
Classes is the big thing.
Yeah, it is.
It was a hustle. It was a hustle.
A big hustle, like straight getting it out the mud.
A lot of classes hit the surface when the pandemic hit. That's when they really hit.
Yeah, the webinars and the ebooks, and then when people are. See, what happened is because I study this business in and out. I pay attention. During the pandemic, it was a lot of, I'm just going to buy this ebook, put my name on it, resell it.
Ooh.
They resell it. It's people that's not even in the hair business, not even in the beauty industry, selling vendor lists, selling all types of the product lists, all types of stuff. I'm trying to figure out where y'all getting this information from.
That's another thing I don't like about the industry. I feel like it's just open to any and everybody. So a person like me that had to catch the bus to get to school, still getting to school, pregnant, had to have a baby, start back school, and then a person that can just come in the industry and just
I don't get it.
Get it all. It just, I don't know, it just kind of feel like a smack in the face a little bit.
It
like,
do
what I want to do, what we went through even matter?
That's how I feel.
Like, do it even matter? Because it's just so open. It's like busted open now. It's
literally
like wide open.
Anybody can say anything about hair, bundles, you know what I'm saying? And they just, like you said, the hair, people just see the fast money with it. And it's like the money is going to the people that don't got no passion for this. And it's a lot of people, because I see it, they get into this industry some way selling bundles, vendor lists, or whatever. And then they're like, oh yeah, I'm done with that. I'm on to the next project.
Yeah.
Versus us, we the ones that could really, we appreciate the money. If you buying products from us, buying bundles from us, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because we got to keep it going, because we got to live off that.
Yeah, this is what we live off of for real. There's no plan B, C, D. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we were talking about how off camera, like, this is who I am. When I'm not doing this, I don't feel like myself.
Yeah.
I don't feel like myself. I feel like a piece of me is missing. And it's like, well, you come to a point where like, okay, I'm supposed to be doing this. I know I am, but it ain't working out like how I thought it would be, or where I should be in life. And every time I turn around, it's something.
It's something.
It's crushing me. And you were talking about your resilience. And I think that's what keeps a lot of us OGs behind the chair. That's something that a lot of these new hairstylists don't have, is resilience. Because the moment they not booked, baby, they out of there.
They giving up.
They giving up. And unfortunately, we in a business where you may be popping one week, next week it's a little slow.
You make $0. It
Zero.
happens.
And you still got to pay booth rent. You still got to pay regular rent, bills, food, eat. Like, so let's talk about that, your resilience, because we talked about it off camera, but the folks need to know. The folks need to know.
I feel that the most important part in the industry is to have resiliency. I feel like that's a really key component in it. Knowing how to get back up and bounce back, because you can fall on the floor or fall down many of times after trying and trying and trying, and it just feel like you just keep hitting wall after wall after wall. But you got to know how to bounce back. I feel like that's very important, to get up and get them moving again. You say a prayer and keep it going, no matter what the enemy or what is being told to you. You got to know how to block it out and know, especially if you can feel it. If you can feel like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is where I'm most happy at. This is my passion. I know. You just know it's just it's for you. Nothing else is out there for you. You just know this is you. Bounce back. Get back up. Get back up. Don't get down and stay down. That's not going to work, because us staying down and just soaking in that is not healthy. It's not healthy mentally, or it's not healthy physically. That's something that I'm still learning to this day after being in the industry after all these years. It's just to keep going, and I feel like I would be led to where I'm supposed to be, and so far I have been in some good spaces. So the good eventually do outweigh the bad, and that's just always been that.
Do you think that a lot of newcomers that come in this industry that probably lack the resilience is because they know that there are so many different ways to make money, and they're chasing the money aspect of it versus the passion? Like you said, you know you're supposed to do this, versus someone just like trying it out. Then necessarily they don't have to have resilience, because they're just trying it out because maybe it's going to make them a lot of money.
I mean, but a person can also just try it out and probably feel like it's not for them. And that's, I guess you say they wouldn't probably have a resiliency to bounce back, but a person that is for, it was steady bother them. Mm-hmm. It was steady be in the back of their head. It was steady like tap, like come back, come back, come back, come back. And that's where the resiliency will work for. If it's just somebody that's just sliding through the industry just to get a little taste of it, it won't work for them. Mm-hmm. It won't. What they say, if it's your passion, it wouldn't even feel like a job, mm-hmm. right? So you will go to work and you enjoying this, and that's actually probably where you make your best money at. Mm-hmm. And then you will get back up and you will keep going. But if it's not for you, I don't think that, ain't no coming back from that, mm-hmm. if it's not for you. And that's what I got out of that.
Do you think that there are some ways to prevent a slow week? Because a lot of people, especially on TikTok, I see a lot of young hairstylists thinking like, I gotta sit up here and come up with something so that I don't even experience a slow week, experience a slow season. Like, there is something that I can do to keep that money flow coming in. Is there something else besides depending on standing behind the chair as a hairstylist to keep that consistent money flow in?
What I would say for that is to prevent a slow week, I would say they would probably still have to put the work in, because I am I would say an old stylist. I still haven't got the grip of being into social media really, because I barely even post my personal life, right? So if I barely post my personal life, it's probably hard for me to post my work. With like, oh, that come with just from me overthinking and things like that. But I think in order to prevent from having a slow week, I feel like you should pre-book your clients. It's things that you can do behind the chair to prevent that. When before they leave, you pre-book their appointment. You tell them what needs to be done, what we gonna do next time when you come back, and you get them that. You can put out footwork by passing out cards, postcards, or each time you pay for something, give a business card with each payment. How many times we pay for things out the day? We go to Walgreens, we go to fast food restaurants, we just do so many things where we making cash transactions. Pass the card out. Walk-ins, being at the salon, walk-ins. And that's how I will prevent, I guess, a slow book.
That's the old school way.
Yeah.
Being there, no matter if you got people on the books or not. Be surprised.
Yeah. I'm bad with being at the shop. when I don't have no
But
clients.
you've been in the game for a long time.
I
But
bet.
for somebody that's just coming in, it's hard nowadays. And then
It's
right now,
harder.
in this particular part of life where we're in inflation and things like that, and people have bills, then it is a little tougher. But that was how we did it.
Yeah.
We had to show
Back
up
in the day,
early,
you
we
had to be
people
there.
You had to,
Carl told me 9 to 9.
Yeah.
I came.
And I was
9 to
10
9.
to 10.
Or have consistent hours and sit there.
Yeah.
Have your hours.
Yeah.
Because you might think that you have a slow week, or you say, okay, if I work Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 to 7, be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 to 7. Because even though they probably not on your books, you most likely somebody will walk in between that time. It was like I know that she was there from 9 to 7. I know she at the shop.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean that helps a lot too. So yeah.
I definitely agree with that, because when I was working in the salon from 10 to 10, you never know what was going to walk through that door and what time. And I was there and I was available. And because I was, after so long, people like, she always here. I got majority of the walk-ins.
Yep.
Because people always would see my face, see me posting and stuff like that. Like, if they would just, I just wanted, this a new salon in the area. I just wanted to come see, what it was or whatever. Baby, anybody that walked through that door, I'm going to sell myself.
I love it.
Okay? I'm going to sell myself. I'm going to sell this salon some way, somehow. And we're going to keep that money up in here. Get the folks up in here. Period. By any means necessary. And I just lost my train of thought.
I really believe it's pre-booking too, though.
I started doing that. I didn't, the booking app that I have, now it allows the pre-booking. So when I check them out, when I'm done checking them out, it gives me the option, do you want to go ahead and pre-book for the next appointment, or a scheduled appointment reminder to tell them to book their next appointment. And once the app allowed to do that, I started to, see a little more.
Or even before
When you say pre-booking, what do you mean?
like we're just gonna use an example of pre-booking. A person came in, they got a silk press done, but that they have they need a protein treatment, moisturizing treatment, they ends trim. So they don't have it all, right? So you say, okay, well, today when they come in, you confirm. So today we're doing a silk press. Hey, Tammy, so today I got you on the books for a silk press and an end trim. Is that okay? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, well, I think that you probably need a little protein treatment. She was like, well, I can't get it in today. So you salinate her. And you're like, okay, well, I'm going to book you for a protein treatment. Since you can't get it today, I'm going to book you for a protein treatment 6 weeks out. And we just all stay on a regimen every 6 weeks. So every 6 weeks, you're going to get a protein treatment, you're going to get your ends trim, and you're going to get a silk press. And then, so they be like, because in a couple of months, I want to see my hair grow. I'm just trying to be on a more healthy journey. So you say, okay, well, we're going to do this every 6 weeks. You're going to sit down and put a protein treatment, or go and stand an appointment. Even if it's just she come in for that $25, that's $25 on the books every 6 weeks.
Yes.
And eventually that adds up. So she come in for that protein treatment. She probably don't get the silk press that day when she come in for that protein treatment, but she going to say, well, look, go ahead and clip my ends while we at it.
Yeah.
bam, there go another what? $25, 25, 30, however much you charge to cut ends. So, I mean, that's why I say pre-book, and I always be like pre-book, because they have saved me so much time. They save me time. Because I'm not a person that posts a lot, pre-booking have saved me, because I don't post on social media as much.
Yeah.
So, that saved me a lot. Yep.
What about adjusting your prices with the time? Do you think
That
that some
is a
old school
good
stylists
topic.
have a hard time adjusting? Because I mean, I'm noticing that it seems like when we all kind of come together and we talk about the prices, it's a significant difference between what everybody's charging instead of us all matching a standard price.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that it's important, or do you think that some of the stylists that's been in the game a while are not quite keeping up with what we should be charging in this day and age?
I think so. I think that probably have something to do with it, because it's steady rise. But also, a lot of people don't really charge their worth too. A lot of older stylists get set in their ways, and this is just how they do hair. Instead of like growing with the industry, they get set in their ways and just stick with their price. They got their clientele, these same people. They don't want no more people.
Yeah.
And then you got some stylists that still try to keep up with the industry and to keep going. And I think it is kind of hard for them to change their prices, because I think it comes with like the fear of probably losing the people that they already have when they have been used to these same people for so long.
But see, even with that, I would think that then they would probably still go back to them being set in their ways, because I would say they could still do what they do. You know what I'm saying? The styles that they've been doing, but just add on the newer styles and techniques that gives them more clientele, right? I would think. But then that would probably, like I said, they would probably go back to them being set in their ways with just contend.
Not wanting to get
with new people, new attitudes,
new people, new styles.
Yes, because even going into wanting to get to know new people and having new clients, y'all have to understand that just like y'all have stylist PTSD and are scared to go to new stylists, the stylists, honey,
You can have PTSD too.
we have it too, because y'all new era of clients and customers, because there is a difference between a client and a customer. Y'all are so entitled. The entitlement is like through the roof, if we can keep it real and raw.
Yeah.
And that has, if I could speak freely, the entitlement has come from social media, because social media has made you guys think and feel as if you are a natural walking celebrity, as if you are a natural filter, as if you are that girl. You got a camera watching you at all times. You have paparazzi watching you at all times, and you see the real celebrities having that entitlement. So you think that, because you got a little clout on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you can now form into that. Let me tell you something. If I can keep it real and raw. A lot of y'all that have that mentality and that attitude don't even have the coins to match it.
You preaching.
Can I keep it real and raw?
Keep it real and raw.
Because I've had experience on both sides of the industry. Hollywood, regular smuggler. And when I tell you, it gotta be just certain celebrities that have that entitlement attitude, or you know what I'm saying? Because the real ones that have the real coins, they don't act like that.
No.
They don't act like that. They're not talking to a hairstylist in a demanding entitlement way, because they know we are giving a service.
But let's not take from the stylists that have settled in their ways, because you gotta know that even with the new styles that come out, it's just a repeat of styles that they did back in the day.
Yeah.
It's just a new twist to it.
Yeah, like the Farrah Fawcett
Yeah,
curls.
Farrah Fawcett been wearing curls, but guess what? They wearing the bangs back, push the bangs back together like this. That's Farrah Fawcett, right?
Yeah.
So, but most stylists, I know some older stylists that's older than me in the game, and they make money. Okay,
They do.
They make
book.
money.
Ooh,
they
they
booked
be
and
booked.
busy. They don't play about their clientele. They stand on their business, but they don't have to be all out on the platform. They don't care to be all out on the platform.
A lot of them don't.
Yeah, a lot of salon owners I work for, Monty MJ2, she don't care to be out all on the platform like that. She just posts what she do and do her clients in and out the salon, do her job, and she show her passion. Miss Bridget at the Salon Suites, she don't even have a social media. I think she do, but she don't pay no attention to it, but she still make her bread. Like, so some of them like set in their ways, but they still booked and busy.
Yeah.
So I feel like
we don't want to discredit the ones that's quote unquote setting their ways, but when I think of setting your ways, I wasn't thinking like been in the game a while, still doing your thing. I'm thinking of like you don't care to evolve. As far as like growing, you don't
stun your growth.
Yeah, you're not because like when you brought up Miss Green, I've seen Miss Green get a mannequin and practice different things.
Yeah.
I seen her stay on fire.
Yeah.
When you say Monty, I don't look at Monty as setting her ways because Monty still take new clients. Monty still
That's what I
take
said.
walk-ins. You know what I'm saying?
And
Monty
stand on
still
business.
posts. And she stand on her business. So I don't look at that necessarily as setting your ways. I'm looking at it more like you don't care about keeping up with what's new. You okay with just servicing the people that you service, and that's it, and not doing anything else. But here's my thing. Even if you're getting money now in that aspect, if you're not planning on retiring, you limit yourself because what happens is those people may want to change up their look. And if you're limited in all you know, you're going to lose those people to the people that's giving what's trending now. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got a client that's is just strictly okay with just staying the same.
What about the people that or probably studying their growth that's probably older and setting their ways in the industry? I just lost my train of thought.
You said, what about the people that's in the industry? They probably stunning their growth, or
what if they just burn out?
that's a real thing, yeah.
Stylists burn out.
Oh, stylist burnout. Oh,
So are you saying like stop? Oh, that's a good topic.
yes, it is. Cause I've been there.
By the time you get like 50 behind the chair,
You ain't really concerned about.
taking more classes. Like, how far could passion take you?
Ooh, how far can passion take you? See, that's probably not a good question for me because I still feel like I'm
We
still
don't
in my
even know
prime.
yet. We don't
I
even
don't
know
know
yet.
yet.
We don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, I feel like I'm on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like I'm on fire, so I can't even tell you how far it can really take me. I know how far it's brought me.
Yeah.
I have no idea how far it's gonna take me though,
Yeah.
or at what point is passion no longer enough.
No lie, I ran into somebody. Where was I at? We was talking about her. I said I was a hairstylist. Her granny still do hair. Her granny 80-some years old. Still doing her.
And see, to me, that's love for it. That's passion. Because
still do her.
do I want to still be doing her in my 80s? Probably not. However,
You
I'm
might never
saying
know.
that now. But this goes back to what, you know, the events and things like that. Letting it be a choice and not something that I have to do at that point.
Yeah.
I'm choosing to do it because I love it, not because I have to do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, you don't move it, you lose it, right? Stay strong.
I feel it.
You felt that?
Yeah.
That was some good stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was
Good.
Yeah.
real good, y'all. As y'all can see, we just talked straight into the conversation, y'all. But this is what this segment was about. We got pretty much every level of the industry besides the OGs.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Those before '07. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
before me.
Before her. So we got we got the OGs, we got the middle OGs,
Prime.
and then Prime, and then we got some newcomers. Tell the folks about you. What's your name? What you do? Let the folks know.
Okay. So my name is Brianna, and my business name is called Radiant Experience. I am a braider / loctician, and
Cold. She
I'm
get
just
real.
out here just trying to find my spot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what else to say about that. That's just me. I'm new to the game. I ain't been in it too long. I've been in it for about, I don't even know. Okay, 2020. I'm gonna say 2020. I graduated college in 2020. And so it was a lot going on fishing for a job straight out of college. They tell you you'll be able to find one because you got a degree.
Yeah.
They lied. Don't let them lie to you. They lied. All right? It's not that easy. So I didn't even get a job in my field until a year after. Ain't that crazy? Yeah. Actually, it was 2 years after, too. So I was, just going back and forth. Wanted to do her, didn't want to do her. Didn't have my passion yet, like these great people. Didn't have it yet. I didn't know. I was just fishing. I knew how to do hair. I know we talked about I just knew how to do it, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to do it. But, just working and noticing that I didn't like to work for other people. And I was like, oh, I cannot do this. And so I just started pushing it more. I was like, okay, I'm just going to go back to doing her again because I like that better than going and clocking into somebody's job and I'm only getting paid $15 an hour. It wasn't working. I said, what is that paying for? That's not doing anything.
Yeah.
I didn't see no growth, basically. And definitely didn't see the growth with the company because it was like, I just feeling like this. I feel like a record player. The little old school record. I just feel like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
Like anytime that I dread to go to work, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I got to
Yeah.
move on. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know where I had my aha moment. I don't know where my aha moment was. I don't. It just clicked, and I'm like, I'm doing her. That's what I'm doing. And we're going to do braids, and we're going to keep it going. And I'm going to be outside. And so...
And she a beast.
So I'm like, we're gonna practice. My mama gave me everything I need. I've been doing hair for a long time. Like I started off doing sew-ins. I started off sew-ins. I actually didn't start off with braids. I started off doing sew-ins in high school. Well, it was before then actually. But my mama gave me everything. She bought me the whole kit. I had all types of mannequin heads, and did everything. She was investing in me, and she was mad because I played with her because I put it down for a minute, act like I ain't want to do it. And she got mad, but I picked it back up because I can't disappoint her, duh. So, but yeah,
That's
other
when it
than
came
that,
back and said.
Yeah, that's what it did.
That's what it
That's what it did.
It
came
kept
back and
doing
was
it.
like,
It kept doing it. Like every time I wanted to stop, I swear it did. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it again. Cause I did. I started and stopped for years. I was starting to stop and stopping because I didn't know if it was my passion or not. Like, that's why I say I don't know when I got it, but I know when I had my first shop experience, that was when I was like, this is the leap of faith. Because I didn't know if I was gonna be able to afford it. Yeah. I didn't know if I was gonna gain a clientele. Yeah. But the Lord saw fit. Okay, because I made it a year and a half in the shop without a job.
Come on here.
The Lord is good. Look, I didn't think he was gonna be able to. No, for real, I didn't even think I was gonna be able to do it. Seriously, because it didn't add up. Booth rent and everything else did not add up for me, and it still don't. But he's made the way.
Amen.
So yeah,
That's another reason how you know you're a hairstylist when you just know you're not an employee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I couldn't keep a job to save my life.
I couldn't either,
Look,
girl.
doing this training, in the class they said, so what's one of the, they telling everybody what they pet peeves are. I'm at a job training, y'all. They get to me, I said, being told what to do. Everybody looked at me and said, did you just say that at a job?
Oh my God. Not being told
What to do?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Being
That's all they gonna do.
That's all they gonna do, right? So I had to change and clean it up and was like, told versus being asked.
No better.
Girl.
No better.
It wasn't for me.
God. Yeah, right.
Yeah. No. Being told what to do. I'm a boss. I'm a boss.
The last straw was when I tried to work at a gas station and coffee dripped down my butt.
Oh wow.
Because they wanted to do something new and have me go out with this little thing that's supposed to be like a spaceship or something. Well, it's supposed to be like an astronaut. This thing on my back, and I was supposed to serve coffee to the people at the pumps. And that coffee dripped out of that thing, and it went down. I said, oh, yeah. I quit. Right there and there. I took it right off. Yeah, I'm good. And my mama referred me to the job.
Oh wow.
Sorry, mama. That's all right.
So what do you think, since you still technically a newbie in the industry, what do you think what would you say is a struggle if you do have some areas of struggle in the industry?
A struggle.
Keep it a buck, Bree.
I'm trying to think. A struggle. Okay, I'm new to the industry, right? And they say I'm a millennial, but I don't have
Are you considered a millennial?
I think I am. I'm not Gen Z.
When were you born?
98.
Okay, yeah.
I'm millennial.
Yeah.
So I just made it. So it's a lot of struggles for me personally. Only just because, like I said, I was straddling the fence for a while. Mm-hmm. So with me straddling the fence, I feel like it was a lot of steps that I probably should have taken that would help me now that I did not take. So like marketing for me is hard because I have a lot of I don't know, would you say accountability? I don't want to say accountability, but marketing is hard because of my time. So like, because my life is still not in an exact order yet, my personal life, it's hard to get my business life on track because my personal life is crazy. Okay. All right. So time management, I went to college. I didn't have it then, but I graduated. Ain't that good? But time management, I feel like, is one of the things that is a struggle in this industry for me, because you want to be on time, but if you don't have the time management skills, then you're not going to be on time, which is that's going to push back all your clients. And then once you push back on clients and then you late for all I can say is when you're late with one, all of them just go and you're in a car crash. Like, you're in a client crash. There you go. You're in a client crash. Yep. And so I feel like that's a struggle, but also being adamant on posting your content. Yeah. I have that so bad. I think that's a struggle for me. I mean, these sound very, like, low struggles, but, I mean, it's a struggle.
It's important. Content is a struggle because I feel like content have been added to our list of responsibilities and duties now. Like we just can't just well, back in the day, I used to take a picture with a camera. I got some printouts of some hairstyles I used to do. You have to go get a printout at Walgreens. But yeah, content seems like it's part of our duties now.
Yep, it is, and it's a lot when you got a lot of other things going on.
I struggle with that
and
too.
Like the discipline part, and I think that's what it is. Like this comes with a whole bunch of discipline in different areas, though. Like it literally. That's why I said like your personal life literally has to almost be in discipline too in order to handle that, because it'll be too much. So I feel like I get overwhelmed if, like, for example, my room is dirty or something like that, and I got some products at home, but they're in my room. So if my room is dirty, I cannot find the products, and now that just made me late because I done sat and spent 20 minutes trying to find 2 spray cans for this service, and I can't because my room is dirty. But if my room would have just been organized from the get-go, I would have been able to go and grab. And then I'm on time.
Organization that you need in order to thrive.
Yeah.
That was a good example.
Yeah. So I'm.
And keeping the products at the salon.
Yeah. That probably would help.
Yeah.
That probably would really help.
One thing with a lot of new hairstylists, especially if you're coming from working from home, a lot of them they be in a tussle with I'm going to move into a salon, but I'm going to just come when I want to. So therefore, I'm going to either transfer my products back and forth and then keep some at home. And then you run into the issue where like, okay,
I forgot X, Y, Z, and you can't perform effectively.
now I can't even because, oh, that product's at home. Now, baby, once you say you commit yourself to being in a salon, bring all your stuff here. There is no doing hair at home. For family members, friends, whatever, there is no doing hair at home.
What you said, I remember that it was a time when I was kind of back and forth. Because I think had I just had my baby boy, I think I had just had my son, and I was concerned with whether I wanted to just work at home or be at the shop at the time, and I was like, I can't do this. Like once I experienced being in the shop or in a more, salon-like setting, I was like, I like it. I got to keep it separate because once you, I don't know what it is. It's something about being able to be here and then go home and knowing that I'm free and clear. Yeah. I don't have to worry about the hair. Yeah. I don't have to worry about my kids getting in the way or anything like that. To me, it just makes it easier. Almost to the point where I struggle with having products at home because they all here. Mm-hmm. So it's like the opposite for me. It's like, I need a brush. All my sprays at the salon. All my blow dry. So the fact of the matter is like once you really get used to being in a salon setting, and you attract a different demographic of people, a different type of clientele, it just helps. It just makes it better for you, and eventually you don't even want to do that because, I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I also feel like you're respected differently when you work in the salon versus when you work at home. Yeah. I noticed that people didn't honor my time the same when I worked at home. Why? You already at home. You ain't doing nothing. This is exactly in their mind. You ain't doing nothing. You at home. Oh, she don't care if I'm late. And the fact of the matter is that sometimes when you at home, you do get more lax. They don't show up. I don't care because I'm already at home. Yeah. But how you
put on no clothes to go do their hair.
There you go. So the fact of the matter is it's a different level of respect when you invest in yourself. And I believe that when you choose to work in a salon setting, you're investing in yourself, you're investing in your business. And so therefore, you can charge more. You can confidently charge more because you have more overhead now. Yeah. You can confidently charge more because not only that, you have to travel to go. And I'm offering you quality, whatever. It's just something about investing in yourself that makes others not question what you have to offer and question your prices or whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like it's going to be many times where you probably will run into a situation where you probably do drop the ball. And I don't know why I keep coming back to this. I think I'm like talking to myself, sort of speak. But if you drop the ball, it's going to be times you're going to drop the ball. But you got to kind of remember what you was taught and what your end goal is.
Or your why.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Your why is so important.
It's going to keep you. It's going to keep you.
That's what keep you. That's resiliency. Well, that's where your resilience going to come from. Your bounce back. Your why.
Yeah.
If you don't have a why, where the motivation going to come from?
Facts.
Literally.
Facts.
You going to feel
where's the strive going to come from?
Yeah. I can relate to that because when I started braiding hair, I had my first client at 13 doing $90 micro braids. And as I'm doing the folks' hair, people would sit in my chair and literally just rip themselves apart. Oh. I'm talking about, like, I grew up in a house of love. Mm-hmm. So my mentality is different. We were not allowed to say you're ugly, you're bald-headed. Like, my mom didn't talk like that. My dad didn't talk like that. Like, we didn't hear any of that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if it was picked up at school, my mom corrected it. Yeah. So when I had people sitting in my chair just ripping themselves apart, talking about my hair is snappy, I'm bald-headed, my hair won't grow or whatever. And I was just like, it would make me feel bad. I'm just like, I do not feel comfortable. This is making me sad. And I was just like, I just want to help them. Yes. So that's when I started to read the ingredients on the back of the products that I was using. And I started to Google about natural herbs and stuff like that that would help African American hair, because believe it or not, African American hair chemicals were not meant for our hair. We do not need chemicals to grow it. If anything, chemicals will take it out. And that's like I went to a deep rabbit hole. So every day after school, I would get on the computer for 4 hours every day and just go into a rabbit hole of different ingredients, herbs. What is that? A lot of this stuff we can't pronounce. Where is it coming from? What does it do? What is the cause and effect? And from there is when I found my niche of healthy hair maintenance.
Gotcha.
Because I started basically not only experimenting on myself about tea tree oil, about hibiscus, about lavender, about jojoba oil, like all of that good stuff, about oatmeal, all that stuff. And I'm teaching my clients the same thing that I'm going through. Well, I've been natural for about 6 months. This is what I've used, and this is the difference that I've seen. Maybe you can try it too. This is me as a kid in middle school, high school.
That's awesome.
And that is my why. And that's why I'm still behind the chair. And my why has kind of evolved into other things with me dealing with alopecia clients. They see that I'm not only taking care of their hair, but making sure that they feel beautiful and they are getting some type of results from what I'm doing.
Yeah, because I feel like a hairstylist, most of them that I know, and I think a majority of them, that's not for the money. But the ones that are really passionate about it, they have an empathetic heart. They got soft spirit. They are listeners. And these just like some of the key qualities of a good hairstylist. If you can talk and your stylist listen to you, and or the synergy. Let's talk about synergy. We touch out all day. So when we touch out, different energy get transferred. And you can kind of feel that. So to the clients, you know who your stylist is. It don't take for you to like bounce around to figure out who your stylist is. Some stylists don't even probably not even good with styling her, but just for the simple fact of sitting there listening to you, or recommending what's healthy for you, and just have like your best interest at heart, and you feel that's your stylist. And I think that play an important part in behind the chair too. Being a key listener. So I feel like we are kind of connected to like the healthcare field in a lot of ways. And I think that's probably why some of them feel connected to healthcare, because it's like the same. You show empathy, you show that you care, you be a listener, you subscribe subscriptions. We subscribe prescriptions for her, scalp tonic, detoxes, dandruff, psoriasis, what else? Even with hair lice, and we deal with so much different in the hair industry also. And some stuff can be traumatic towards us too. Or back to the synergy, if your client feeling a certain way, you can feel that.
Yes.
I've had dreams about when my clients have went through certain things. I couldn't sleep thinking about some of the things that some of my clients have been through or going through. I literally dreamed about it, couldn't sleep, and the Lord had me praying for certain clients because of certain things that they told me or that they were going through in that moment. So I mean, it's deeper than just hair. It's definitely deeper.
It's deeper than hair. Customer service. Customer service. Show them that you care about them. Show them that you're here for them. Be on time. Show up. That's what you're doing. You showing up when you be there on time. You showing up for them when you they say, well, I just can't get my hair to grow for some reason, or it's just looking so dry. And we're going to say, well, we're going to try moisturizing. We're going to try to start off with a deep conditioner treatment every 2 weeks when you come in. There go that pre-booking. There go you taking care of your client. There go you listening to them. And that just means everything. Yeah.
But then when going into that a little bit, with these new era of clients, it's kind of two parts to what I have to say. So the first part is the epidemic of the chair hopping. It's like I don't know what it is.
Social media.
Yeah.
I feel like if you popping right now, they gonna sit in your chair, and then when the next person is popping, they gonna get in their chair. It just happens like that sometimes. That's why I think, like I said, it's important to know who you serving.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think it's important to know who you serving, because what I've noticed is when I targeted a certain, age as well, the old school, we don't do that.
Yeah.
If we sit in your chair, we locked in.
Especially if you're doing a good job.
Especially if you're doing a good job, we locked in.
Yeah.
It's no going over here. I mean, prime example, I was just recently under the weather. I was like, hey, I got somebody for you. It just doesn't matter. Some of them just don't want to go anywhere else.
Because it's the energy thing.
And so when it comes to, stuff like that, I think that, it's just a different time. And I think that when I run into younger people who is like, I can't let just know anybody get in my hair, it's because their mom probably was the same way. Mm-hmm. And probably they had a family stylist. Mm-hmm. And, and they all went to that one person. Mm-hmm. So usually if I come across young people like that, it's because they came up in that type of foundation. Mm-hmm. But if they didn't, and they just really started to maybe go and get their hair done, things like that, it really doesn't matter to them. They just whoever got the time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So definitely knowing your target and knowing, that though it's just a particular type of people that's just not going to stray. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying you're gonna keep 100% of everybody, but as long as you stay consistent, you do what you have to do, you'll never have to worry about losing anybody. Success to me behind the chair is maintaining. Yeah. Anybody could get somebody to sit in their chair once or twice. Yeah, but maintaining where you could say this has been my client for 7+ years, 10+ years, 20 some years, you doing something right. To me, that's success.
Because you're actually in their budget.
What you said, you are in their budget. You are a part of the bills.
I appreciate that.
Exactly.
Yes. Because I have clients that's been rocking with me since I came to Dallas.
That's a blessing.
And I've been there 5 years. Like literally. And when I tell you, like when you stated that even the stylist may not be the best stylist, but them caring about the client that'll keep you. One thing about it, you'll find your stylist, but sometimes you need to rock with somebody. And what I mean by that is the stylist may not be the best at curling a curl, doing the Farrah Fawcett curls. But I guarantee you, if you can see as a client, if you can see that stylist is trying, stick with them. Because they're going to be appreciative of you and they're going to return a favor for you. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Y'all not willing to walk it out with somebody. Yep. You know what I'm saying? If it don't look like it the first time you're out there. You know what I'm saying?
Because baby, she can't do no hair. She can't get in my head.
Yeah. It's like this is growing.
Now we're not saying take no mess ups. We ain't saying that.
I'm
saying
I
ain't taking no mess up, okay?
Yeah, but if you see, I can do some curls or whatever. I probably just don't got the Farrah Fawcett technique yet, the blowout technique yet, but I could do some curls, make it real pretty. You know what I'm saying? But I just ain't got that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gonna chew me up on this. Who is Farrah Fawcett?
Oh,
she's a Caucasian lady.
We're gonna edit that out. No.
We're going to edit what out? Caucasian lady?
No, ask you.
Let me pull up Farrah.
I know. Fern. That's the 180.
Yeah, the 180. Mm-hmm. 180 with a face frame.
Period. Okay. Come on, hair talk. Come on, hair talk.
Right.
Period.
See, we can say real cuts. 180, 90, 45, 0. Okay. Disconnected, blended.
What you said?
Yeah.
Combination cut.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Okay. I just feel like I scratched off a bra.
Oh, Lord. What you got to say to the folks? Any advice that you would give to a newbie coming into the game?
Newbie.
Tell them, girl, what they got to do.
I would say,
Because you've been through it.
hey, I've been through it. I would say be you.
Right.
Because I was nervous, y'all. Because I'm crazy. So listen, I would just say be you, but also just try to like narrow down what you want to do. It depends on your age, but it don't, because you need to know before you hit 30, 25, 30. I'm gonna give you 30. But just to narrow down, let's see what you want to do, because time waits not for us. It's gonna keep going, and then before you know, you're gonna be 45 and you still don't know, and you just can't be confused that long. I'm sorry, I'm using the wrong terminology. You cannot be confused for that long. You got to get yourself together. But I would say, when it comes to this industry, advice that I would give would be to just keep pushing, like everybody keeps saying, get back up and do it again, because you're gonna get knocked down several times. You're gonna get discouraged several times. I mean, I was so discouraged. I was on and off. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it don't even matter. And it doesn't matter what it may look like. Because I didn't have clients. I mean, when I was here in high school, I had a good handful of people that would come to the house. You know, then I went off to school, stopped doing hair when I went to school because people started using me. That's another thing. That's a different story.
Extort your gift.
Just don't extort your gift, okay? Don't do too much. Because they're going to take it, they're going to run with it, and then they're not going to pay you. They're not going
to feel burnt out
you're
before you even.
Yes, you're going to feel so very burnt out, and hence the reason why I don't have friends. So follow me, because I need friends. So, but
I just became her friend like 2 days ago.
no, seriously. So, so I will say, just keep going. Don't let the negativity or the things that you may see with your physical eye hinder you from where you want to be. Because I noticed that my mind seemed to get in the way of what I wanted to do a lot of times. And it didn't have to be. I was focusing more on the negative than I was focusing on the positive stuff. And especially like when it came to posting on social media, I'm posting my pictures, but I'm not getting any interactions. You know what I'm saying? Or
I think another. Am I supposed to press something?
It's already on.
Another important thing is to get a mentor. A mentor is a good investment, or it could be a free. But a mentor is a good person to have while in the hair industry, for you to have support and to lean on, or probably just some hairstylist friends, like one or two that you can keep close by, and y'all can kind of do like pros and cons, ins and outs, business map, whatever. A good support team is good to have.
Yeah, it's always good, so you can continue to grow, continue to educate yourself, and elevate, okay? Like what we are about here. Well, this was a good conversation, y'all.
Yes,
was it not?
It was.
Baby, if you don't feel spiritually fed, go check the part 1, okay? Because part 1 had us all crying, okay? Even behind the scenes, all right? Because God was in this place today, okay? Don't forget to like this video. Comment down below some of the topics y'all want to talk about. And if you are a hairstylist, salon owner, beauty supply owner, I need you. I want to talk to you. Let's have a conversation. And let's continue to educate and elevate. And I know your story can touch somebody. So don't fear. Beauty is here. So we can help the folks out, okay? So this is a good conversation. I'm going to catch y'all next week. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.